But before we make any cheesy puns, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Food channel. Then, let us know in the comments what other nostalgic staples you want us to sink our teeth into next. All right, y'all. No one out-weirds the history. In 1958, brothers Dan and Frank Carney borrowed $600 from their mother, Mary, to open a restaurant in Wichita, Kansas. At the time, pizza was the hottest new food trend in America, and the Carneys wanted in on the ground floor. Their goal was to simply provide the best pizza in town and treat their customers like family. But first, they needed a name. Would the Carney brothers choose something with deep personal significance? Would they spend years doing market research to come up with the perfect combination of letters? Or would they name their fledgling restaurant after the woman who paid for it? Well, none of the above. The building sign only had room for 8 letters, so they settled on Pizza Hut. Guess Mary's Pizza would have been 2 letters too many. With their new name locked in, Pizza Hut was open for business. And business was a-booming. Customers knew exactly what they were getting when they went to Pizza Hut, because there was only one thing on the menu, and it wasn't Hut's. Pizzas came in 2 sizes with just 7 toppings to choose from: green pepper, onion, sausage, mushroom, pepperoni, anchovy, and hamburger meat. The most expensive item was a large pizza supreme, which set a customer back a whopping $2.50, or around $27 adjusted for inflation. Geez, you can almost buy a Hut for that kind of money.
When you want the works, say Supreme.
The first franchised Pizza Hut opened in Topeka just a year after the original, with hundreds more to come in the following years. And after a decade, the company was seeing red. That is to say, in 1969, Pizza Hut formally adopted its iconic red roof. Designed by Richard D. Burke, this striking architectural choice has fallen by the wayside in our modern age. But it still lives on in the Pizza Hut logo. It gave the pizza chain a distinguishing edge over the competition, which was good news since competition was popping up all over the place. Little Caesars and Domino's were founded in 1959 and 1960, respectively, while Papa John's threw its cardboard box into the ring in 1984. Though each new chain took its fair slice of the market, Domino's quickly became Pizza Hut's main competitor. While Pizza Hut focused on a sit-down experience with jukeboxes and arcade games, Domino's boasted fast-paced service and a 30-minute or less guarantee. Reports have been made that the Carney brothers attempted to buy out Domino's sometime in the early 1970s. Dan Carney has refuted this claim in recent years, saying they didn't even meet the Domino's founders until after they sold Pizza Hut to PepsiCo in 1977. Still, if they weren't buying out the competition, Pizza Hut had to find new ways to stand out among the rising tide of pizza places. A red roof wasn't going to cut it for long. Forward to 1980, when Pizza Hut added a new type of pizza to their menu.
It's a pan full of homemade taste. Made fresh with dough we raised twice.
The new style was quickly baked into the public consciousness and became one of the most popular types of pizza available. In 1983, things got personal, with a smaller version of the pan pizza marketed as a quick and delicious lunch. The personal pan pizza was an even bigger hit than its full-sized counterpart, and things only got better from there. 1 year after introducing personal pan pizzas to the masses, President Ronald Reagan called for American businesses to involve themselves in children's education. And when Rappin' Ronnie calls, Pizza Hut answers. The company's then president, Art Gunther, was inspired by his son, who had eye problems and struggled with reading. After meeting with Kansas educators, Pizza Hut's Book It program was forged in the fires of the company's proverbial pizza oven. Book It was conceived as a way to encourage children to read a certain number of books every month in exchange for prizes. Those prizes included buttons, stickers, ribbons, and most notably, free pizza. Yes, those lucky children who completed their reading goals were awarded a single-topping personal pan pizza, redeemable at any participating Pizza Hut location. Book It was a resounding success, and we just made every elder millennial salivate with nostalgia. In its first year, more than 7 million American students participated in the program, and 3/4 of them had exceeded their regular reading level. It cost the company an estimated $53 million, but the free advertising was priceless. President Reagan himself wrote a letter commending Book It in 1987. 2 presidents later, Bill Clinton officially declared October 13, 1988, Book It Day. And while some people have raised concerns over whether corporations belong in schools and education, Book It continues to operate today, albeit in a mostly online capacity. A few years after the success of Book It and their personal pan pizzas, Pizza Hut prepared to bring another innovation to the table, or so they claimed. In 1992, food scientist Patty Scheibmeier went to the restaurant chain with a revolutionary new idea on how to make every bite of their pizzas equally delicious. For years, pizza crust was often ignored in favor of the toppings-laden interior, but Scheibmeier was about to change that with the concept of a cheese-stuffed crust. Pizza Hut rolled out its new stuffed crust pizza in 1995, with a commercial featuring future President Donald Trump. And almost immediately afterward, they were slapped with a lawsuit. Pizza Hut, not the Donald.
Actually, you're only entitled to half.
Angelo Mangello's Children, LLC, a family-run pizza company, had filed a patent for stuffed crust in 1987. According to them, they originally approached Pizza Hut with the opportunity to license their idea, but were turned down. Now, by launching its own version of stuffed crust, they were claiming the chain restaurant violated their patent.
Exhaustive search of the Federal Patent Office, we found that the Mangiello claim has absolutely no merit at all, and we will oppose their claim vigorously.
The matter was taken to court, where Angelo Mangello's Children LLC would eventually lose its case against the pizza giant. Despite this, patent holder Anthony Mangello continues to call himself the inventor of stuffed crust pizza. For their part, Pizza Hut and Patty Scheibmeier have maintained innocence. After stuffed crust came another, less legally troubling addition to the Pizza Hut menu. In 1999, the Big New Yorker debuted as an extra-large New York-style pizza with 6 massive slices, an extra heap of cheese, Parmesan, and oregano. Despite its warm public reception, the Big New Yorker was discontinued after only a year of existence. And for over 20 years after, fans cried out for a return of their favorite food with personal pleas, social media outreach, and a Change.org petition. And then, Pizza Hut finally relented. The Big New Yorker returned to stores in February 2023 and has remained a part of the menu ever since. But not every discontinued Pizza Hut item has seen a similar triumphant return. Back in the 80s, when personal pan pizzas were still all the rage, Pizza Hut had another unique item to offer.
In Italy, whenever there's a celebration, you're bound to find Italian pie. At Pizza Hut, we now bake our own Italian pies. We call them Priazzo.
The Priazzo pizza was ushered into the world in the summer of 1985, combining elements of deep dish pizza, pie, quiche, and lasagna. A selection of meats, cheeses, mushrooms, and onions were stuffed between 2 layers of pizza crust and baked into a leaning tower of overwhelming proportions. The sheer size of the dish, along with the confusion about what exactly it was, led to Pizza Hut discontinuing the Priazzo in 1993. But that's not the only lost Pizza Hut menu item. Just to name a few, in the early 2000s, we saw Twisted Crust Pizza.
It's the pizza for people who love breadsticks.
Sicilian Lasagna Pizza.
Crazy day. I'll just grab a slice of pizza. Lasagna.
And Tuscany Premium Bacon Mac and Cheese. In the 2010s, K-Papa's Tater Tots and the Pizzolo Sub Sandwich came and went. And let's not forget Pizza Hut's contribution to the giant pizza wars in the 1990s with their foot-long Bigfoot pizza. To all these fallen brothers in delicious arms, we salute you. In the 60-plus years Pizza Hut has been in business, it's made a name for itself with all sorts of cross-promotional stunts, almost all of which were aimed entirely at children, because they have a greater ability to annoy their parents into a trip to Pizza Hut than the restaurant ever will. Food theorists call this the McDonald's principle, probably somewhere. In the 1970s, Pizza Hut partnered with the uber-popular Easy Bake Oven to create their own toy oven complete with a red roof and a 60-watt light bulb. In a 1980 tie-in with the release of The Land Before Time, Pizza Hut sold hand puppets of the dinosaur characters for 99 cents each, with the purchase of a pizza. They'd revisit the hand puppet promotion a few more times with other licenses, like the early Nickelodeon show Eureka's Castle. The company's name has also long been associated with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, as they spent $20 million on marketing the Coming Out of Their Shells concert tour and album release in 1990. Pizza Hut ads appeared on the VHS release of the first live-action TMNT movie that same year, featuring a jingle that many people born in the 1980s can recite from memory. The Hut maintained their partnership with the Tubular Teens all the way through 2023, with the release of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem.
No one out-pizzas the Hut.
And yet they eat Domino's in the first movie.
Wise man say, forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza.
In an interesting piece of trivia, the first ever online purchase was a Pizza Hut pizza. In 1994, when households still had to dial into the internet via a phone line, the company launched PizzaNet, an early precursor to PizzaHut.com, and successfully completed a transaction for one large pepperoni pizza with mushroom and extra cheese. Pizza Hut was also the first company to deliver their food off-planet.
We completed the first, the fastest, and the farthest pizza delivery ever.
In 2001, a pizza underwent rigorous stabilized thermal conditions and was launched into the thermosphere to be delivered to the International Space Station. We imagine it took a little longer than 30 minutes, but we totally understand the importance of testing pizza in space. What other food would we want to send to aliens? Today, Pizza Hut may not be the most popular choice among pizza-loving consumers, but it's still a major player in the game. As Domino's, Papa John's, and Little Caesars all continued to expand their reach, Pizza Hut struggled to maintain its foothold at the top of the industry. Then, like many restaurants, the beloved Hut was struck hard by the COVID-19 pandemic, and many franchise locations were forced to close. Still, there are over 16,000 Pizza Huts across 100 countries worldwide, which employ over 350,000 people today. With the addition of Wing Street Wings, pasta, french fries, and various desserts, the company's clearly keeping pace with competitors not just in the pizza space. Pizza Hut's admirable Book It program in partnership with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are still going strong. Its cheesy stuffed crust and personal pan pizzas remain fan favorites. And they even brought back the Big New Yorker as a good faith gesture to its loyal customers. Now, if we can only get them to bring back the Bigfoot. So what do you think? Was Pizza Hut your go-to as a kid, or did another pizza steal your heart? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, check out some of these other weird history food videos.